My name is Oshun the Great, and welcome to my beautiful channel. Now, today is a topic that I pretty much wanted to talk on for a long time now, and it is the fact that you are God. I am God, you are God, everybody is God. Now, some people think that this statement is very like, oh, that you shouldn't be saying shit like that. It's very controversial topic, but this is something that I truly believe, and in my spiritual journey, it is a realization that I've come to realize in trying to fulfill my own inner peace and happiness, and trying to always questioning like, who is God, or like, you know, like what is this all powerful source kind of thing, like what is it to me? And obviously this is my opinion, so it's not something that's set in stone or anything. Hold on, my phone is dying. But I honestly feel that people who have come to self-actualization or self-realization, they come to this and people who seek self-love and things like that, they come to this understanding. And if you understand alchemy and being an alchemist, and understanding that you are the ruler of your life, these are the types of people who tend to think this way. Like, they may not always say it straight up, because God is a word that has so much power, and so many people like want to take that word and be like, oh my, like, my God, how dare you, like, you know, such a played out word. And so I hate using that word. But again, the people who are on the true secret path, sometimes you come, when you hit that point, you're just like, okay, I am the all powerful creator of my reality. Then you understand who God really is. Until then, you can only get glimpses and peeks of that. And yeah, so I'm gonna kind of get into like why I'm saying that you're God. All right, so again, for me, God is everything. Everything is God, and so everything that's on this planet is a part of one another. It's a part of the same kind of fabric, and we are all like pieces of that fabric. We're all cut from the same piece of fabric. And even when we talk about energy, the reason why gifts like telepathy exist, or psychics and all these people who can read energy, is because we are all connected to tap into that energy. It's much like phone waves, or you know, like cell phone waves, where we're all connected in that sense, where someone can be like miles away, or in another country, and you still can be thinking about them. You can feel what their intent is, or even like how we can feel the energy from someone and vibes in a room, things like that, is because we're all connected. With that basic fact, and for me it's fact, of course you have to feel it to know it's true. I don't want you to just be like, oh, it's true what she's saying. But for me, with that basic fact, it's easy to understand that like we are all God. And I grew up on this belief that, like, from Christianity, that like God was outside of you. The problem with that is God being outside of you means that you are giving your power and energy source to something, and you don't even know what it is. Something that doesn't exist, but because someone told you, you know, give this power away. You are giving your power away and to something that you don't know anything about, and you're allowing this organization or these people to control how you rule your life, or how you run with your life. Now, the thing about spirituality, in the sense that I like to teach it, or that I like to do myself, is looking inward. And what that does is, like, first you have to learn how to be skeptical of just listening to what everybody else says, and learning to trust yourself and your own intent and what you feel is right. Because a lot of times in our societies, we are taught to just give our power away, to respect authority, to trust everyone else but ourselves. But ultimately, we live in turmoil that way, or we end up committing suicide, or it just settling, or whatever the case may be. So giving my power away for so long, I started to look inward. And what that does is you understand that, like, you are the center of the universe. Even though people don't like you to feel that way, or like those sayings like you aren't you, the world doesn't revolve around you, it really does, because we are living from our own individual perspectives, and what we create is our world, and we get to choose every day what our world pans out to be, whether it's negative or positive, whether it's subconsciously or consciously. We create our life. So if we're giving our power away, we're choosing to do that. If we understand that we are God, though, and we get to choose ourselves on a first on a daily basis, then we can create a life of our dreams, a life that works for us and not against us or something that's happening to us. And what I feel that when people are teaching that God is outside you, we have a lot of people who wait to be saved, or have a lot of waiting to be saved, or not trusting yourself enough to be strong and get up and do things yourself, or to make moves, and you're waiting for signs all the time. And but when you know that you're God, you can make these changes that you need, and anytime you need to, you can trust yourself, you can love and care for yourself. And for me, honestly, God, you are God. Everything around us is God. So you would worship yourself. You are a part of God. So if you think about it, if God is in our image, essentially, we are an extension of God, and we were given free will and all this stuff, all this good stuff, and our intelligent brains and our ability to learn and grow and all our creativity to create and all that stuff. If we are a version of God, like an extension of God, how much these organizations tell you to treat God really well, worshiping these statues, or pampering these statues, giving altars, you should be doing the same thing to yourself, because you are God. So for me, self-care is very essential. Self-love is very essential, because you are a temple. So for me, making sure you take care of yourself, eat right, drink water, get in the sun, speak well to yourself, hug yourself, only accept the best, because you wouldn't give God anything less than what you feel like God deserves. But we always sell ourselves short if we don't understand from this standpoint of existence. And until you understand that, I feel like God, and I know this word, like I hate using this word, to be honest, but I feel like God would want you to treat yourself with the utmost respect, because God made you, or this source, allowed you the right to be here at this very moment. And so you are to treat yourself with the utmost respect, and allow that to expand outward. Treat the next person as if they're God as well. But honestly, it starts with you, and understanding that you are the center of the universe. You are the constant in this equation. And it's funny to say that, but you are the constant. So when everything else in life is changing, is fluctuating, and all this stuff, but you are always in the now. You are always present. So you always have to be consciously aware and present and of your power. We're not just mere human beings. We are powerful enough to create technology, to have the ability to change genetics and like crazy shit. So it's like we were gifted that. So why not understand how much power you have and accept that? And I think God would want us to understand that within ourselves, if we are in the perfect image of God. And I don't think that God of just like this man in the sky ruling over people's lives. Like literally, it's your reality. It's you create your heaven, you create your hell, and every day we get a second chance on that shit. Even if you fuck up today and you're just like in hell, like crazy drama and all this stuff, you get the next day to start over. Figure out your next move, work to your future, or start where you are and you make amends with someone, or like, you have the choice, the power of choice, and the power of creation and free will and all this stuff for a reason. You're never stuck or anything. It's all art in the mind. And I don't think until we learn that essentially our mind can even be considered as God, like it all matters about perspective. So I don't know if this makes sense, honestly, because this is a really hard topic to explain, but I can only try to get this across to you guys of how I feel God is. It's really essence and who you are to the deepest core extent, because like when I talk about God, I just feel it here in my core, and it rings true to me. So it's like, that's the only way I can explain it. It's just like, just honor the God in yourself today. If you understand this, I hope you guys understand this. But with that being said, you are God, so get out there and treat yourself with the utmost respect. It's okay to think highly of yourself. It's okay to set boundaries. It's okay to say no. It's okay to say yes. It's okay to strive for your dreams. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay to have the life of your dreams. It's okay to cut people off. Do what you got to do. love yourself no matter what, and love yourself like you would love God. Love yourself with as much faith, as much trust, as much courage, forgiveness. Forgive yourself like God will forgive you. Forgive others like God will forgive them. Like, you got to look at it like how much effort you put on the inside needs to put to yourself, because only then can you create this light within yourself. And the more you give away your power, you're killing God, you're dimming your light. So just refocus and recenter to yourself. But yeah, that being said, be dope, be unapologetically. Peace.